Hey everyone, this is Nicole Webb. I'm here doing my interpersonal communications assignment that we had. I have my sister-in-law here, Jessica.
Hi.
And my brother, Dion. So they're my little audience members here today. So the first relationship I did was, for those of you who were there during my oral presentation, you guys heard that I'm currently going through a breakup and chose my last topic based on that. So I'll call my ex G for now. So basically what happened was I made an insensitive comment about G's looks, and instead of taking responsibility for my hurtful words, I made an excuse and hoped G would just get over it after I said my sorries. We went on for a few weeks like this. I'm thinking everything's okay, but then I said another insensitive joke and G actually broke up with me. I became defensive when G called me out after weeks of thinking everything was okay. I had asked G several times if everything was okay and was assured everything was. She was now stonewalling me, not talking to me, and when G blurted out randomly that there was actually a problem, I felt G was being very impervious. We talked on the phone and both interrupted each other, not acknowledging what the other was saying, disagreeing and yelling over the other. After a month of not talking and researching my project and starting therapy, I evaluated and acknowledged my role in the problem. Instead of blaming G for being sensitive, I learned that the issue was deeper, that my comment, and because of G's past traumas, she felt that I was rejecting her like she had been in her past. We are now openly communicating and understanding the other person's perspective. We have both said that we never even thought that the other person thought that I meant that way. That's not how I meant it. We both needed the time to process and not come from a place of anger. As we all know, we are never receptive in a time of anger. Correct, guys? We are not back together, but have opened the door to reconciliation after we both deal with triggers and traumas from our past. My hope is that we can both work on our faults and get back together. As noted in the Biola University Center for Marriage and Relationships, we are working on the 4 major components to creating a good communication climate: acknowledgement, trust, expectations, and commitment. So that's my number 1 relationship. My relationship number 2 is with my son. I have a teenage son who's not as communicative as I am. When I used to talk to him, he would respond with one word, kind of stonewalling. I'm fine, everything's good, those kind of things. I wouldn't find out that there was actual problem till the issue boiled over or I got a call from the school. In one instance, I received a call from the school that my son had missed a period or was late. I asked my son what happened, and he told me that he woke up late. So I called the school and excused him from being tardy. The attendance lady actually called me back and told me that he had missed the entire day. When I confronted my son, at first he tried to lie, but then I told him that I had checked the cameras at home and they were time-stamped. I have always told my son that he could talk to me, but I saw that he was struggling with what he wanted to tell me. We sat down eye to eye and had an open conversation where he was able to tell me that he was actually struggling with some of his classes, and that's why he didn't go to school that day. I was able to acknowledge that what he was saying, but he also explained to him that if he would have communicated that with me, we could have talked to his counselor, which I did after our conversations. Teenagers are difficult. They have their hormones, so many things going on with social media and school. After we spoke with his counselor, we were able to get some of his classes actually changed, and he is feeling a lot better and not skipping school. His communication has improved, and he is able to be more open with me, and I have also recently started him in therapy as well. I read an article from a parenting ed that basically said different ways to communicate with our kids. We have to start communicating effectively with them at a young age. We have to communicate at their level, learn to really listen to what they're saying and let them know that they've been heard, and so on and so on. You could completely read the article, but thank you guys very much. Thank you to my brother and sister over there, and we'll talk to you guys later.